Okay. All right. So you're logged into your command. You're going to choose opportunities, which is the little handshake. I went ahead and created an opportunity and got all the forms ready just so I didn't have to take you all through DocuSign and confuse everyone. So now let me see if I can find my opportunity. Oh, there it is. It's hiding behind everyone. So I went ahead and created my opportunity. This is going to be my listing opportunity. My client's information is in there. This is the property address that they're selling. You can add it by putting this here. It says select from listings instead of the actual address, but you click on that and you get, you select your property if it's listed in the MLS. If it's not, you can just click on the pencil and physically type it in. So once we've got all that information in there, you're going to go to documents. You're going to choose your checklist type, which is this residential. And then you're always going to choose start a transaction. That is what's going to connect you to .loop or DocuSign. So I went ahead and already created my transaction. I've put in my offers. I've gotten 2 different offers. One was below asking price, one was above. For the offers, something nice you can do is choose select all and do a compare offers. And you can give these to your clients to compare. And when you're putting the offers in, those pros and cons, this is where that comes in handy. So your client has your opinion as a professional, what you are seeing from each offer, because you know most clients don't really know the pros and the cons of it from a professional standpoint. So this is nice. You can download it or you can send it via email. Okay, so we have our documents. I've sent them via .loop or DocuSign to the client. They've already signed them and brought them back. So I'm going to go ahead and, I'm sorry, keep going back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and add those files. So we're going to choose, you can either choose attach multiple files or you can add each individual file. And I know Excel gives you an option to just import all of the documents as one. So that's definitely an option as well. I'm going to choose attach multiple files. Then you are going to click on it'll say .loop or DocuSign, whichever one you have synced to your command. So you're going to choose that. And then you're just going to fill in your forms. I'm trying to think of, I think I have an anti-fraud. So what you do is you click on the drop box, and this is all the files that are in this loop or room. Let's see. I think I have anti-fraud. So again, we're going to make sure it's the signed copy. I think that's all of those that I have right there. And then I wanted to show you also, if you have an extra file that's not listed, you can do add item and put, let me get the name of one of them that's in here. The hold harmless. Okay, so we're going to choose that one. Document type. We're going to choose authorization, and we've chosen our form, and then you choose save. And that populates down here at the bottom. And as you can see, it has uploaded. You can click on it just to review a copy. I thought it would be better to show you Excel files. I'm not sure why, because then they're not named exactly the same. Consumer guide. So let's find consumer guide, signed. Let's see, what else do I have? Appointment of agency. Okay. So we'll say we have all of our forms. Those are attached. Once you have your forms attached, you're going to click Submit to MC. What this does is send it to the Market Center for compliance review. Assuming that everything looks right, it will be approved, and it'll say approved in green right next to each tab. So now that we've got our listing documents, you would then go to under contract and submit those documents. So for listed, we want it within 3 days of it being listed. Under contract, we want it within 3 days of signing the contract. And then once you get the ALTA from the title company, we would like you to submit that. If anything is denied, like Tabitha said in the meeting yesterday, there will be a red square. It says rejected, and then there will be like a little text bubble next to the rejected form, and it'll tell you if it's missing something or for whatever reason it was rejected. It'll have an explanation. If you need to add a comment, you can do that here, and you can use the @ symbol to mention someone, and then that will send them a notification. So if you're sending this to Karen, who is our new compliance officer, you would just do @ Karen Jackson. My command is set up for Capital Partners, so it's not going to work the same it would work, but I can do Renee just for purposes. So it's essentially like a Facebook, like it's tagged her in it. So it's going to send her a notification to look at that. And it's just whatever notes you want to put in there, and then click add reply. And that will prompt her to look at that. They will get a notification. If especially for a buyer, if you you put in an offer, it doesn't really apply as much to listing, but if you put in an offer for a buyer and that offer doesn't get accepted, instead of having to create an entire new opportunity, you just click on the caret next to, it would say buyer instead of listed, and then click add version. So you would just do version 2. So you create a new version, and it's like a whole new folder of files. That way you don't mark it as a lost opportunity and it doesn't affect anything, and you can keep everything. You don't have to have them re-sign the the consumer guide or anti-fraud stuff that wouldn't affect from one property to another. And again, for listing purposes, say your client listed it and then they decided to take it off the market and list it later, this would be a good thing as well to use. That way you keep all your files together, and it also keeps it in that loop or room, because once you've marked this as a lost opportunity, you're going to have to create a new room and a new opportunity, and then you'd have to have them re-sign the forms unless you download them and upload them. So this is just saves you a lot of time and hassle to have a version 2 if for some reason the initial opportunity would fall through. So we are going to go ahead and accept our offer. I'm just going to
Rachel, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that still because like we had recently a listing that went into contract and then that contract fell through?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a under contract version 2 that would apply for that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
You can add a version on each one. So
okay.
Yeah, that would be a perfect example. If the contract fell through for a listing, you just click add version. That way you don't have to create a whole new opportunity and basically start all over again. You'll just continue what you're doing. Now, say you will have to re-add those forms, like the agency disclosure and like the
for the new contract,
but if it's
wouldn't have to start all over.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But since it's connected to your loop still, like this is the second version, it's still, you can still get those same forms.
Got it.
That are already signed. So yeah, that just saves you from having to go all over again.
Yeah. Right. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah.
So that would be similar to like archiving documents in a different way, but to say the principle of it is like archiving documents in .loop, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And just at the end, we'll probably need to talk to you guys. We're still not got the issues resolved, I don't think, from what we talked to you before,
Okay,
last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever.
okay. All right, so then we'll go ahead and go into commissions just because you can't get enough of this stuff. We put in what we've sold it for, the commission rate, all of that's in there. And then we'll put the contract date, we'll say it's today, and the closing date was for the 30th. So you'll say that. You will always have to put that contract date in there. That's because for those very reasons, if it falls through, if it gets delayed, something, you want the most accurate contract date from what you put in previously may not be accurate. So it's going to automatically populate the commission for you. It'll give you the breakdown. Again, if you've already capped, whether it be with royalty or your office cap, this is not going to show accurate just because Command does not have a record of your previous transactions because you were submitting green sheets. So just an FYI, this will always be inaccurate unless we're already using Command since January. But it will be correct on the back end when Renee and Emily do your checks and stuff like that. So just a heads up on that. If you need to add a referral or any special things, you are going to just click Edit Agent Payment. The agent has the unit. If you are an individual agent, if you have, if you are in productivity coaching or have a team, you may have a split. So I'll show you that in a minute. But you're going to come down to the bottom where the extra payment options are. You're going to click Add Item. And then so Inside Referral is Excel only. So doesn't matter if they're a Keller Williams agent, if they're not in Excel, it would be considered outside. Inside Referral is for Excel only. So we'll go ahead and do Inside Referral, whatever that amount is, and then you're going to choose an agent. I'm going to have to choose an agent from Capital Partners because that's how my command is set up. So we're going to choose Add. As you notice, that number adjusts and that referral is here. Turn that down, please. What are you watching? And then Save Changes. Sorry about that. So once we've added that referral, you can see that here. That $250 is deducted from the 10.5, and that is your new total. Again, over here, this is just a prettier version of that. If you need to add, do a split, you're going to add another agent. You're going to choose the agent name. We'll put Karen in here. And then whatever your split is. So say it's like a 70-30 split, you getting 70, the other agent getting 30, or vice versa. So it'd be 0.7 and the other one would be 0.3. So it's whatever unit to equal 1. So we'll say this is 50-50 split, and then you have to do calculate commission. If you don't do that, then it'll throw errors for you and not let you submit it. So we'll put her in here, but we also need to go back and change mine because as you can see, it's telling me something's wrong. So you're going to go back into your edit agent payment and adjust that, and then also calculate commission, save changes, and those flags are gone. So we've got it split 50-50, and then we have our inside referral. So once you have reviewed this, everything looks good, you're going to click submit, and this will go to the Market Center for approval. We are recommending you submit these as soon as you're under contract. Even if it falls through or something changes, you just need to let Emily know and we'll fix it on the Market Center end. The reason we ask that you submit them sooner than later is to let us know what our projections are for money coming in, money going out, etc. It just gives us a better overview of how our month is going to go. And again, if anything changed or anything, anything happens, just contact Emily and she'll get that fixed for you. If for some reason, say I had an agent contact me stating that they are giving $500 of their commission in order to help with closing costs just to get the deal to go through. So that would be something you would just add item and then deduction, whatever amount, description, you know, cover closing costs, pay to the seller, whatever, you know, and then you would just put that same address in there and then the client's phone number and click add. Save changes. And then this would be a good thing that you can put notes for. So there's an add note right here. In here, you can't tag anybody in it to put a notification, to send a notification, but this will be, they'll be able to see it when they review your commission. So you can put, had to help cover closing costs. So that gives Emily a clear indication of where that money is supposed to go and why. And then you just click submit. And we'll print a check. If there's an issue, she will contact you. So yeah. Any other questions? This one's a lot shorter than going through the whole opportunity. So.
Yeah, I was curious on the, like, if there is a deduction of that 500, I might have missed it. If you want that to come off of the top, do you have to like edit Rachel 250 and edit Karen 250 if you want it to come off the top?
Yes.
Versus one agent split?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would come, yeah, you would have to divvy it between the both if you want it, like you said, to come off the top. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Opportunity or just commission wise, documents, compliance, anything at all? Something not really related to opportunities, but is the client update emails. They rolled that out during Mega Camp. So if you are a checklist person and like your clients to have checklists of what is happening with their opportunity, it's here, sorry. So you can set up client updates to do that now. And it will automatically send an email for you, and it's pretty, so you can do that in opportunities. You can do edit stages here, and this is where you edit the checklists. And then you can do client updates. So those are pretty cool, especially if you use those checklists a lot. And then we always just want to remember to make sure when you're submitting for compliance and commissions that your opportunity is at least an active stage, or the market center will not be able to see it. Any other last minute questions? All right, I will go ahead and let you guys hop off here.